As you can see, it's pretty dark. Take a step in. Right now it's fully off. I'll go ahead and turn it on with the remote control. Very good lighting all around.
Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today I bring the most powerful solar street light that we have. This is a 300 watts power system, and it has 65K of lumens, man. This is super powerful. It comes with 6 additional ports for the actual light. Unfortunately, you cannot control each one. They all turn on at once. The great thing about this thing is it has an indicator in the front of how much percent battery you have charged into your system. On top of that, it's a motion detected light, so if you want to set it up when people are passing by, it turns on. And it comes with everything you see, including the solar dish, the solar panel actually that I have down here that didn't fit in here. Now, if you guys can see, they give you all the requirements that you need to install this together and put together. And it's not that very difficult. The instructions are simple, step by step. Now, if you're going to be mounting it against the wood, I suggest buying a different types of screws for that, of course. And if you're gonna, it's not suitable for any drywall because it's a little heavy on top of the dish itself. So this itself is a little heavy as it is, and then you're including the dish and the pole. So you can mount this on the pole, you can put this on the wall. It could be very flexible, and as long as you have a good direction of the sun hitting your solar panel, you're going to be a good. Now let's take a look at the control itself. The control is very simple. Power on, power off. You got the actually plus and negative. This is to control the lighting itself. And then you have the 6 hours to 8 hours, and then the auto. The auto is to dusk to dawn. That's pretty much how it turns on. Wireless control, and then pretty much 4x4, 4x8, 6x6, and 2x2. So we're going to put a little description on the rest of the stuff, but very simple. Not only did they include the actual controller, but they actually include the batteries too. Now, if you want to be able to control this properly, you have to be within 16 feet of the actual system itself to actually be able to control. Now, they do give you an Allen wrench. They give you all the screws they require. And like I said, the dish itself, but the dish is so big in here, it doesn't fit in the actual video here. But we are going to see if we could put it together and do a little structural video on how to put this together. But we're going to demo it too. We're going to put it at night, and we're going to see how well it works. So stick around. All right, so let's go ahead and measure. It's about 23 inches by 14 inches. So, and this is probably the hardest thing that you have to set up. I'm going to explain to you why it's a little difficult on setting this up. It's not that hard. It's just a little tedious work that you got to do to set this up. So let's go ahead and flip it over. In the back, it has a module control, of course, if you can see it. And it has a connection. This is a connection that's going to go into the actual lighting itself, to the LED. This is how we're going to get the charge. And this is what you need to do. On this particular part, you need to set it up where you're going to want to mount it. Either you want to do it a little higher, a little lower, but I would suggest find the actual right fit. Comes with everything. And of course, they give you the Allen wrench and the actual the Allen wrench, it has a Phillips in at the end. And of course, you're going to need to grab the actual screw, and they give you this part here too in particular that you can see holding on. And you have to find, this is the hardest part that you got to do. You got to actually find this part right here, and you got to set this up in the bottom, if you guys can see that. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, I'm gonna set this up now, and this goes on the outside, all right? And you gotta find one of the screws first. I would suggest start with the middle one, or the angle that you want, and then you can move from there. So right now we have this, so I could actually move it in different directions. So side. On the side, if you guys can see on the actual side, you have to find the actual hole that you want to go in there. There's 3 of them. There's 1 angle, 2 angle, and then you got the last one here, 3. And just be aware that wherever you're going to set this up, you got to make sure you're getting the light. And there's 3 points. So we got 1 screw here, and then we have to find the other one. The instructions, step by step, take you step by step how to do it. They show you that there have to be on the inside, all right? They have to go inside out. And then, of course, they do come with the nuts in here. If you guys can see it, lug nuts right here. I'm just going to hand tie it right now so I don't have to lose any of this stuff. And we might just mount it today too. I mean, so I won't lose them. I don't want to lose them. I want to take everything as is. And these actually go underneath the actual pole itself. So they're gonna go in here if you guys can see it. Right now, I'm just doing it as a demo purpose. I'm gonna show you guys this is how they do it. And they line up, they move left to right, of course, and then you lock it in place with the actual Allen wrench that they give you. All right. So, all right, this is the part we're gonna marry the LED to the pole itself. If you can see, the LED comes with the actual screws already in there, and this is the same thing that I was asking you guys to preset the screws in there, so you will be able to loosen them up. All right. So right now we're gonna set this up. We're gonna put this flat down. All right. Loosen this up. Make sure they're marrying here. Perfect. There we go. That's a pole in there. If you guys can see it, we married it. And once we marry it, we get this cable out. And let's see if I could get it out. And once we have that in place, if you guys can see it's flat out, I'm going to make sure that I have it flat so the actual dish could go in there. So I make sure I have a flat surface where I could test this out. Here's a solar panel. When you marry it, it's very simple. There's an indentation here at the bottom in it, and it tells you exactly how to line it up. If you can see it, if you guys could see the indentation there, you marry it. You can't make a mistake here, right? Try not to make a mistake either. So you just pretty much plug it in, marry it in there perfectly. Now you want to seal proof, right? Water seal proof or waterproof. So just twist it up, and we have your lighting. See if we can turn it on. Oh, it just turned on. Look at that, guys. And right now we're at about 75% charge, right? So we need some more charging. And we could hit it off, on, and then like I said, you could put auto and then motion detect it. This is motion detect. So anything that drops on, it's gonna drop the actual brightness, lower it down, but then when somebody passes by, it's gonna high up as much as it can. So this is off and on. And like I said, easy button, on, off. And this is not even charged. I just plugged it in right now, but we're going to go ahead and put it to a charge. All right, here we are, guys. We're going to mark it together first. We're going to line it up. And we're putting, if you guys can see it, we're doing one of them on the studs just because it's heavy duty and we don't want it to fall on anybody's head. So we're marking them, all the holes that we're supposed to be. So we're doing the holes, if you guys can see. You can hold it with this arm, like that. Oh, that just got me. Okay.
There you go.
You want me to do it? Let me do it.
Let me know you got it.
I got it. Okay. If you don't like it, you can move it anytime, all right?
Yeah, let me just. This is the most important. Oh, there we go. That's not gonna go anywhere.
How are you gonna light it up?
This is perfect.
We're gonna set it up this way. If you guys can see, the sun's gonna be hitting the opposite way, which is perfect to line up.
Come on. Might have to go higher.
And then tie it up, and then twist it, and then tie it. And then the excessive cable, tuck it in.
Tuck it in here?
Yeah, tuck it in there. You could come down a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Keep tucking it in.
So this is how dark it is. There's a full moon out today, so it's not too dark, but as you can tell, it's pretty dark. So I'll go ahead and turn on the light. Go back to the same location. Very bright. Very good. Lighting all around. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the sensor. So with the sensor, the light dims until it picks up somebody coming closer. We'll let it dim for a second. There you go, dims. It'll stay dimmed until very good parameters for the sensor. So I was about 15-20 feet away and it picked me up pretty quickly. Again, lights up pretty good. When you're far enough away, it'll dim.